Hey, Robbie, and to everyone on Lily White Lane, it is Marlon from Spurs Kings TV, and Robbie's kindly asked me to do a prediction for Burnley. So look, it's not been the greatest couple of weeks. April has probably been how we all expected it, but was kind of hoping that, it wouldn't turn out the way it has done since Newcastle. I think we looked at the fixtures at the beginning of the season and went, oh, geez, is not going to be fun. And then they decided to throw Chelsea in there, right? So it's not been the funnest month at all. It's the game where it's the next game is the game we all thought, let's be honest, on paper we went, it's a relief if we can kind of get that game up and running, because we were meant to have Manchester City, Arsenal, and Liverpool in a row, and it was like, oh my god! And the fact all three of them for fighting for the title just made it worse. The performances haven't been great. I think Ange doesn't know his best team. I think his front three have kind of messed him up as well. Like, even Werner getting injured probably hasn't done him the world of good, because he's the only one who can play his way, even though he's probably not ideal because he misses too many chances. There's so many factors, and you can't pinpoint it on one or the other. No left back at the moment. Probably the worst time for you, Doggy. To be fair, he would look like he was injured before, so it's all kind of them scenarios. But Saturday against Burnley, how I see it is, it all depends on how Burnley want to play. If Burnley have watched the last couple of games and they can play that way, because this is the other thing, I can all say, yeah, Burnley can sit back and defend and do what Newcastle, Arsenal, and even Liverpool done to us. But are they good enough to do it? And that's the valid question. They haven't really done it all season. There's been a slight tweak in the last couple of weeks, but against Newcastle, they kind of just was blown away. But Newcastle have suddenly hit form as well, which I suppose didn't help Burnley. They've not been great away from home, but that's what I'm saying. Burnley, it's just dependent on whether those players have the desire to want to survive in the Premier League. They're too attacking, they're too open, a bit like us. So it's going to be it could be either very cagey or very open. You're looking at a 5-4 here, either way, 4-3. I think it could be one of those games. As long as Burnley finish their chances, I think Lyle Foster is going to be a threat. He's come back and, he had his issues at the beginning of the season, but he seems to have suddenly come back and picked up a bit of form and helped Burnley out dramatically. So, yeah, for me, it depends on Vincent Kompany's tactics. I don't even think, because look, we know how Spurs are going to play. We know it doesn't matter who's in there, it's all going to be the same. It'll be very interesting to see if he goes with James Maddison and Lo Celso this weekend, because he has been changing up the midfield because it just hasn't been working. Any three that he has changed, it has not been working. Maddison's been off form, Bissouma's been completely off form, and that was very key to what was going on in the first 10 games. So looking at it, look, if I'm looking at how the Premier League is working out at the moment, I should be predicting a loss. But if I'm being completely honest, the players are our team is too good for Burnley. And especially with that Man City game coming up on Tuesday, we need a point for Europe to finish fifth. The season's kind of ended very poorly. We've got Sheffield United obviously next weekend, and if we were to lose that, oh my God. But yeah, it's kind of roll on the summer now. We know what we kind of know what our next season is. Fifth, Europa League football. Ange has got a lot to do. I think there's more questions than answers from this season. So hopefully we can get on a roll. But as I said, I'm waffling now. I'm proper waffling on. Because that's the way the season's gone on. It has proper gone on. Look, I think we will beat Burnley. And I think we'll confirm their relegation this weekend, unfortunately. Look, they haven't been the greatest team, personnel-wise. Good football to watch, but again, they're just not good enough to play this way in the Premier League, unfortunately. Vincent Kompany, unfortunately, just hasn't got the squad to compete in the Premier League. And personally, if it's two attacking styles playing each other, I think we'll completely open Burnley and we'll be like, oh, what's been going on the last couple of weeks? Look, season can't come to an end sooner enough for me, and I don't know how you guys feel. But big up to Robbie. Make sure you like, subscribe and comment. And if you're new to who me and Ashmatic are, please come over to Spurs King TV and give us a little go and see if you like some of the content we bring. But as always, come on you Spurs.